When I say small, it was maybe a couple hundred bass, maybe 100 trout, but in the grand scheme of things, that's only a fraction of the populations that are there. And it didn't adversely impact the trout or bass fisheries there. Based off of my surveys from this spring, we still have a lot of fish. So it's truly, I believe, the water quality that's affecting fishing at the lake, not that we lost them all this winter or early spring right before the ice came on.
Excellent.
On your change orders, my only concern is the county gonna be on the hook for any costs, or is NDOW absorbing all the costs for the refurbishing of KE? And if there's any change orders in that, which there's always change orders, will the county be on the hook for any of that money?
No, so the dam belongs to the Nevada Department of Wildlife. We have like 99% of the water rights that are on Steptoe Creek as well. So I don't foresee that being an issue to the county. I'm not up to date on the contracts that were in place between NDOW, State Public Works, and McMillan, but I honestly don't think that, we would have probably approached you, the Board of Commissioners, well before this, if we believed there would have been any cost incurred.
We're not a party to that.
Yeah, that's the only question.
I didn't
That's fine.
think so.
That's fine.
Any further questions?
Heath,
Me?
I can't,
Oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, I can't thank you enough for taking the time and coming out. I think that you've answered a lot of questions that the public has been wondering about. I know that I have and have had people ask me, so I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and I'm glad I could come and present today, and please, my door is open, open phone line, please don't hesitate to call or send people my way. I'm happy to provide whatever information to the public as possible.
Thank you for all your hard work. We really appreciate
Thank
you
you.
taking the time to be here today, Heath. You take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Excellent. Now we're gonna move down. We're just in time to be on our 9:30 AMC, our liquor board. I'll call up our chairman and I'll remember to keep my mouth shut this week.
Thank you, Shane. Good morning, Commissioners. I'll go ahead and open up our liquor board. Item 1 is discussion for possible action. Approval to issue a liquor license to Marietta Henry, representing the White Pine County horse races for the period of August 19th, 2023 through August 21st, 2023 at the White Pine County Fairgrounds. She's filled out the necessary paperwork and paid her fees, so I'll look for a motion to approve.
I'll make a
Hold
motion.
on a minute, Mr. Chairman. This is Marietta Henry and Sheriff Henrod. The dates are incorrect. It needs to be August 18th, 19th, and 20th. I just noticed this, I'm sorry.
So that should,
August
Somehow that's a
18th.
misprint. August 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Okay, so I'll make an amendment to that, and we'll correct that as being August 18th through August 20th, 2023. Is that correct, Marietta?
Yes, it is,
Okay,
Sheriff,
thank you.
that's correct.
So I'll make a motion to approve for that.
I'll make a motion with the changes.
Thank you.
a
Second,
second?
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now we're going to move down to item D. Are we on it? Oh, we're 2 minutes early. Let's move down the line here. See if we can't slam dunk a 2-minute.
I'm gonna do the consent.
Yeah, let's just, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Do we have anything that needs to be addressed in that agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Very good. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Janet. Further discussion? Call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it's carried and so ordered. And we still got a minute to burn.
I'm gonna do the proclamation.
Chairman Ivy,
Yes.
this is Catherine. Mine will be very quick.
Well, let's open yours up, Catherine. So we're gonna go on to page 3. Section 2, item A, elected officials. Number 1, Catherine Backery, treasurer. Item A, discussion only regarding the delinquent tax affidavit.
So I just present this to you every year, just to show how many delinquent notices were mailed out. Since then, we've probably cut those first years by about a third, or, 2/3. So, we're collecting pretty well, but that's just the notification only.
Very good. And does anybody have any questions? Okay, we'll move down to item B, discussion for possible action. Approval of the request to close Clark Street from Friday, August 4th at 7 a.m. to Sunday, August 6th at 4 p.m. for the annual Arts in the Park.
So this is so the Bristol Code Arts Convention can host our annual Arts in the Park. And I do have the letter prepared to ask Mayor Robertson to close the street. The cities, I'm just waiting to get a copy of the insurance that they require. But if the county would close their portion, then we'll try and have another great event.
I will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion from Lori, do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Janet. Further discussion? Call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried and so ordered. Catherine, thank you very much. You have a good day.
You too, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, now, we have burned enough time. We can move back to our 9:35 a.m. White Pine County grants on page 2. Item 1, discussion for possible action, ratification of grant application to the USDA Forest Service Urban and Community Forestry Inflation Reduction Program for tree maintenance, removal, and planting, etc. in various areas of the county in the total amount of $3,361,897.10 with a required county match of 0. Delaney Merch and Tabitha Hamilton Grants Office. Morning, Tabitha, how are you?
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
So this was a grant that kind of fell in our lap. The city tree board brought this to our attention, and asked us to apply for this. It's a grant that usually they get annually, but for a very small portion. This year, because of, I believe the broadband infrastructure law, the federal government was giving out large amounts of money for this, so it's kind of a one-time thing. They designate certain areas of the entire United States that are considered disadvantaged because of low income, because of different reasoning. And so on the map, most of White Pine County was included, except for McGill and Baker. So we were able to hit pretty much everywhere else that, as far as where it would be for the city, the county, the school district, and the charter school that are all involved in this project. And it would be for removing hazardous trees, maintaining the trees, trimming, stump removal, and then planting new. And then also sending our maintenance department personnel to training for tree trimming. And then also with this, we would do a subrecipient program that would allow our private entities to apply to have their own trees trimmed if they qualified for all of our requirements for the program.
I should tell you that we've had to contract with, and that's okay, but we're paying a lot of money to, and we're thankful for it, to have our trees removed. And we have a growing urban forest, and our maintenance department are not foresters. So, in other jurisdictions, they have a, Department of Forestry. And it's pretty much, they have their little parks maintenance department that are foresters. And so, if this will provide that training, we're all about training and certifications, and we've even explored being able to partner with our local private entity and get them some additional training too.
Excellent.
Grant,
That'd
yeah.
be great.
Yeah, we did that.
I think that this is wonderful. I think that Bill Wolf, who chairs the tree group committee, let us know about this. And also, I think that they've been looking at some of the enhancements to the Main Street, so far as our downtown, which I think would be great too.
Yeah, so I believe NDOT has their own grant going for trees to line the downtown streets, and then we have our own application for.
But I'm thinking, even going out to our different parks parks and the fairgrounds, and, you know, I think that there's a lot that we can do to enhance our community with this.
Absolutely.
I've spoken with Bill about even approaching some of the businesses up and down Great Basin, or up on the bypass, with property owners about irrigation and tree planting. That's some consistency to the town.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think even over by our pool, that area and stuff too.
Yeah, that could
Yeah, I
definitely
think
use some
we really
vegetation.
use it.
Would a lot of this planning and whatnot, same grant, be eligible on the Heritage Park, where we're putting that park in?
It is,
So the planning?
however, that park already, the trees for the park are already included as part of that grant.
Right.
But this definitely overlays that because we're gonna want the staff to be able to maintain and understand how to take care of those trees.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's.
And the golf course.
there we go. Gotta have golf course.
Gotta have to.
Very good. Further questions or comments? Entertain a motion for approval.
I move to approve the ratification as presented.
Have a motion from Lori, do we have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second from Richard. Do I have further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried and so ordered. Excellent. Now we're gonna move down to item 2, discussion for possible action. Approval to schedule a special county commission meeting between July 3rd and July 14th to select 3 SNPLMA projects for round 20. Tabitha Hamilton, Grant Ryder.
So in the past, we've had our different people come up here and present their ideas for SNPLMA, and then you guys rank and select them. And I believe last time it was recommended to have a special meeting for this since it takes so long. That way it wasn't dragging on your regular meeting. So if you guys wanted to do that, I've talked to the library, and the mornings of the July 5th, 6th, 7th, 13th, and 14th are all available. So if any of those mornings would work for you guys, we can schedule a special meeting to get this done.
I'd like July 5th if we could do it, because it's a Wednesday, and it's, you know, in between our meetings, and we always meet on Wednesdays, but I know the holiday is the 4th, but the sooner we can get these presented to us, the sooner we can.
I'd rather do it on the 6th
Okay.
myself, because, yeah, people usually come back.
That's fine.
Yeah, we may have some folks on the road
Yeah,
that day.
either the 6th or the 7th
So,
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like Mr. Beecher's schedule would be the 6th or the 7th also.
Okay.
6 works great for me. Is everybody cool with the 6th?
No, but
Just our normal 9 AM?
Yes.
Is that convenient for the people that might be doing the presenting?
I honestly have not gotten any response on a specific date, but I can try to make it, I can try to make sure that they're available or be able to present for them or have them pre-record some kind of presentation.
Okay, so are we on the 6th then, or is that what we
Yeah,
said?
it's the 6th, and then call for the time once you've kind of polled the people involved, why don't you see what works best? And then, is everybody good all day? I'm good all day. And then you choose the time that's gonna be the most convenient for our presenters,
Okay.
would be my bet.
And if the board or any constituents listening have suggestions, contact my office and we can try to work together to get something presented for discussion.
And, in the memo attached, it does explain the projects that were, proposed. You guys are aware of the Bassett Lake proposal. It sounds like Kennecott is not yet willing to sell that property, so that's kind of out for at least this round. And then we have a proposal for Little League upgrades, the McGill Ballpark Phase 3, which would be the Little League side. There's a proposed park in Cross Timbers area, by the